ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Forsyth Bar Stadium, Saturday the 14th of August. We're kicking the bonanza, the rugby bonanza day here at the stadium. And the first game up will be the New Zealand Rugby Under-85 Barbarian Cup Round 2 match between the mighty, undefeated Carisbrook Bushpigs from the local town and the Finned-Eels from Canterbury and Lincoln. The teams are about to come in very shortly, so we'll give them a warm welcome and a round of applause when they front come into the gate. Down by the mega mighty 10 stand. First to come in, all the way from Lincoln, the short Finned-Eels.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Fred's Fencing got started back in the day when we had to import some steel cattle yards for our local rodeo club, and I saw an opportunity there. And everyone thought they were really good value and well made. Basically, once you get started, you can make them into any configuration you like. They're very, very, very cost effective. Freight is no issue. We can deliver them right to your farm, right to your site. That, in a nutshell, is what Fred's Fencing is. Feel free to ring me at any time, and I'm just only too happy to have a chat with you.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of mass-port wood fires. For obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Fred's Fencing got started back in the day when we had to import some steel cattle yards for our local rodeo club, and I saw an opportunity there. And everyone thought they were really good value and well made. Basically, once you get started, you can make them into any configuration you like. They're very, very, very cost effective. Freight is no issue. We can deliver them right to your farm, right to your site. That, in a nutshell, is what Fred's Fencing is. Feel free to ring me at any time, and I'm just only too happy to have a chat with you.
PD calling in from the greenhouse. Yes, we're underway again. We're about to be underway for a long time today. We're just about to watch the Carisbrook Bushpigs take on the Lincoln Short Finned-Eels. I'm presuming the Lincoln Short Finned-Eels are in the traditional old Canterbury colours, and the Otago boys look like they're in the Sassenach strip. So I haven't seen a lot of these players, but there's quite a few premier players playing today for the Sassenach side, which I do know. We've got Dylan Oliver Belt from the Sharks. We've got Riku Kitahara, the first five from Southern. We've got a penalty straight away. We've got Jack Leslie, son of John Leslie, from the mighty Southern Club. Has played Prem Colts this year. He's also played a bit of Prem Rugby this year. Josh Buck in the centre. He's another man out of the Southern Club. We've got Jordan McEntee, the Intercept King. He's playing on one wing. He's out of the Kaikoura Club. And you've got Tom Rance. Look out for this Tom Rance. I think this kid is exceptional. I think he'd go a long way in rugby. He's a ginger, of course, and he's out of the Varsity Club. And Ben McCarthy from North Otago, but he plays everywhere. He plays for Alhambra Union. And he plays halfback, he plays first five, and he plays fullback. He's playing fullback today. Don't really know too much about this Lincoln side. We'll watch them as the game unfolds. Only one change in their team, and that's Liam Hickman has come out. And Tane Gibson has come into the front row. Amazingly, there's actually people here at this early stage, 10:30 on a Saturday morning, ridiculous time to play rugby. But we're underway, and the referee says, referee Logan Whitty, we're about to set a scrum on the 10-metre line. and it'll be Josh Lennox from Lincoln to feed the scrum. I've got with me today Timur Ione. We're not sure what he actually does at Otago Rugby. He coaches the Spirit in some shape or form. He looks after all the referees, and I'm not sure what else he does, but he tells me he knows every player on this paddock, and that'll make things a lot easier for me today. Welcome along, Timur.
Yeah, no, good to be here. 85's underway. We'll see how this goes. You'll hear me puffing.
I can't believe you've only walked up those stairs and you're tired already. Thanks for getting my binoculars, which I left on the other side of the field. Anyway, so look, it's the wee halfback Josh Lennox from Lincoln. I think whoever wins this game goes on to play a quarter final, I think, against a Wellington team. And that's a good scrum from the great scrum from the Dunedin boys. Really showed some power in there. That's not bad for under 85s, mate.
Look at the excitement. How good.
You think they won the game?
I'm hearing one of the Wellington teams has got Scott Waldron.
What, playing?
Yes.
Is he trimmed down?
Apparently. Otherwise it'd be a dispensation.
Righto, it looks like we're having a kick at goal. And it's Josh Bucken. What's he done to his head? It's turned white. It didn't used to be white, Josh Bucken's hair.
All the rage these days.
Righto, so this is Josh Bucken. He doesn't normally kick for Southern. It's actually normally the wee first five, Riku Kitahara. So I'm not sure why Josh Bucken's taking the kicks at goal. Anyway, so he's, as you can see, he's just inside the 15-metre line. He's probably 15 metres outside the 22. So this will be a good kick from Josh Bucken. He's done a wee bit of kicking from Southern from memory. In fact, he's played a bit of rugby for North Otago too, Josh Bucken, over the last couple of years. Obviously not wanted by them this year. Taking his time. Struck it pretty well. Might be a bit short. No, just a wee bit. Just went underneath the bar. So they'll bring that back to the 22 and we'll get underway again.
That was very close though.
And it'll be the wee first five here for Ben Kelt to get them underway. As I said, we're not too sure of this, of who's playing in this team. We understand that the second five, Nick Murray's pretty tidy, so we'll just keep an eye on him today as well.
So this Ben Kelt for the Lincoln side is a bit of a character. Was here 2 years ago.
Oh, has he played here?
Played Sharks footy as a colt, and then left after first year, back up to Christchurch.
And that's another wee knock on there. Referee's picked that up. Referee Woody's picked that up. He's only an 18. What time? Oh, he did his first Prem game this year, Logan. He's only, what, 18, 19, Timur?
Yep.
And going pretty well?
Very well. Making strong decisions.
This strongly charged up by Guy Murdoch, the hooker. Ball comes back. Looking for a runner. It's the 15 this time. Robbie Freeburn. Halfback's got it. Out into the midfield. Number 5's taken it forward in the form of Sam Laurie. Referee says we'll come back for that original lock on.
Some heat in this contact. It's good stuff. Lots of line speed from the Bushpigs.
It's look, it's an interest. I just mentioned before you arrived, as you were still wandering up the stairs. I'm not paying you for that first 10 minutes, by the way. But yeah, this is a pretty strong side. I mean, you've got Kitahara, you've got Jack Leslie, John Bucken, Jordan McEntee, Tom Rance, Ben McCarthy, and Oliver Bell. I mean, they're all premier footballers, and all quite good premier footballers tomorrow.
Yeah, no, very sharp players. I'd be excited to just see what the forward pack brings in terms of their skill set also.
Move it up to your face. Righto, scrum to set, just outside the 22, and it's Josh Lennox to feed with Oliver Bell. Have a look out for him today. He is the Energizer Bunny man. I think I said that in the paper. Another good strong scrum from the Bushpigs as they kick it down towards the halfway, straight into the hands of McCarthy. What can McCarthy do from here? McCarthy tried to find a hole. That's a nice run for McCarthy. Up over the 10-metre line.
McCarthy.
They're looking for it. Bell's in there looking for it. He's got it. Into the hands of the number 6, and that's Wilson Driver, who I think plays halfback at some stage in club rugby.
That Ben McCarthy would have to be almost the pound-for-pound strongest player in club footy
here
in Dunedin.
Yeah, really impressed with him this year. I put him in my Form 15 for the year. He's a talented, really talented footballer. And speaking of Ben McCarthy, he's got it out wide. They're going, it's Tom Rance. Is Tom Rance going to score? Dragged down a couple of yards short. Referee says over the top. not releasing, in fact, penalty. That's a good relieving penalty for Lincoln, but they look sharp coming down that wing, and there's the guy we talked about tomorrow, young McCarthy, to make that break.
Yeah, he just continues to pop up all over the place, and then got the ball into the hands of the sharp winger from Varsity, Tom Rance. He's had a great season.
Yeah, another guy I put in the Form 15 for the year. I just mentioned him off before tomorrow with the gang. He's always got to put a ginger in your team anyway, but he's very talented.
Bit of diversity, like our commentating crew today.
Yeah, that's good. I was just thinking about. I won't get into that. I was hearing about diversity on the way down here this morning on the news. They were going on about the owner of one of the owners from the Hurricanes who wasn't big on diversity over the last couple of days. And Pierre has come out, quite rightly so, and given him a bit of a serve. Anyway, so the scrum will form. No, it's a line out, and this is who's throwing to this line out? Guy Murdoch will throw to this line out. It's hard to know about these forwards, mate. I don't know too many of that Carisbrook Bushpig forward pack.
Yeah, and this is obviously we didn't have any 85s football here in Dunedin, but this is what I'm sort of interested to see is. We've spoken about Devon Oliver Bell being a live wire, but does it translate when everyone else is around the same size?
Back to McCarthy on his own on the halfway. Takes it back inside the half, flings a wide ball out to Rance. He finds the open side flank, who shows some good gas, and Jamie Mapley out of the Varsity Club is wearing varsity socks. They must be all wearing their club socks today, these the Bushpigs. Ball comes back. Oliver Bell's got it quickly. Riku Hardwick throws the cut-out pass straight into the hands of Josh Buchan. That's
great
a nice wee run
here from the Bushpigs.
Good work from Kitahara there. And again, they've picked it up, number 6, who's been lively so far. This is Wilson Driver, who plays halfback in Premier Rugby.
Great turnover there for Lincoln. Let's see what they do with the ball here.
Put a wee kick over the top. Kitahara's back there, who's been very impressive for Southern this year. Back to the number 10, Ben Kelp.
Space out wide if they can get the ball there. No.
That's a nice tackle from Rance. And Kitahara gets across to make a scragging tackle. Ball comes back out on the Lincoln side. Looking for runners. And looking for a look back, finds again, he's found a forward, standing at first 5. Ball comes back on their side again though to Lincoln. Ben Kelp, what's he going to do here? And he's going to fire it out wide.
Run it out.
Then he's knocked it on. Just about found the hole, but just put it down. Had 2 goes at that. Just couldn't quite hold on. But there was a gap there.
Yeah, before that knock on, I thought it was quite a good passage of play from both teams, keeping the ball alive, getting that continuity, and the ball's going from sideline to sideline. It's great to see.
It's a bit chilly today in Dunedin tomorrow. I woke up this morning. I was actually in Oamaru this morning. Made my way back to town, but it was a bit chilly coming back into town this morning. But we might get a reasonably good day. We've got a long day here today, of course, because we've got this game on now. We've got the Championship Colts final on after this. 2
Kaikorai teams. Well done.
Which is disappointing, but I did say that in the paper yesterday. Who cares? But I mean, that's great work because they played 2 Dunedin teams last week in the semis. They won both those semis. The Kaikorai club going unbelievably well this year. Going to win the Yanes Trophy for the best club in town. Number 8 makes a break in Keenan Rush. Bell's looking for it. He's found his hooker.
Yeah, some tight on sidelines there from Lincoln.
It's been good. Their fence around the ruck's been really good so far. Ball comes back. Kitahara puts a wee kick over the top.
I like it.
But it's gone too far. Or did he take that back? I think he may have, the way he's struggling to get back into play. Referee says, yes, he's carried it back.
22.
No, he's gone to the 22. Yeah, so we've got some big games. We've got the Championships Colts game on here after this, and then we've got the Otago boys, Southland boys, which will be a great clash. These teams have been playing each other for well over 100 years, and they're playing off for the best team, the best school team in the Highlanders area. And then we've got, just to finish off, about 10 to 4 this afternoon, we've got the Kaikorai Colts, the Devils, taking on the Dunedin.
Jack Leslie breaks a couple tackles out.
Jack Leslie, nice wee run from Leslie.
He's had a great season. He's played some Premier football for the Magpies, and then continued on in a strong season with their Premier Colt side.
Yeah, I watched him play. That's a nice run. Kitahara, he's through the hole. He's looking for a runner out wide. He's found Rance. Can Rance put the nail on this and score in the corner? Now they've good defence. They've dragged them down about 2 or 3 yards away.
Lincoln scramble looking
Here
good.
we go. What do they do here? One of the massive locks for the Bushpigs takes it forward. They're only a metre out.
Referee has advantage.
Ball comes back. Can they get over here? The number 7, Mapley, going for the line. Referee, what does he say? Too many hands. Come back for the penalty.
Possible offside.
So again, nice wee run there from Riku Kitahara. Mate, I've seen a bit of him this year. Quite a really nicely balanced football.
Yeah, so I had a bit to do with Riku about 2 years ago with the Otago Sevens. Great skill set, great feet, and he's continued that on in the last 2 years for Southern, and then both Southern and the Otago development side. So he's tracking well, and it's good to see him out here.
So did he come out for Japan to play rugby, or is he from here now?
Originally from Japan. I'm not sure of the details of what he's doing here. I think he may be studying, but great to have him here, and he's a bloody good bloke.
Here we go, and it's a good scrum. This is another great scrum from the Bushpigs. Dragging this towards the line. Can they just tap this all the way over? This is great control from the number 8, and he scored. Nice try. Really nice try to Keenan Rush. He did a really good job. That scrum was starting to screw, and he got over it in the manner of a big team.
Try scored for the Bushies by number 8, Keenan Rush. Okay,
but that's a nice try to Keenan Rush, and that's 5 points to 0. Kick to come. And it looks like they're going to stay with Buchan for the kick. But that was, they've showed really good control. They've really controlled that scrum over the last 2 or 3 scrums we've seen, Tomo.
Yeah, and I think they've had the majority of the run of this game so far. I think most of the rugby has been played in this half, and they have moved the ball to space and made a few breaks. So it's good to see that they've converted that into points.
So try to Keenan Rush. Just like to thank our sponsors today: Roslyn Mowers and Heating, Mr. Heat Pump Cleaners, Fred's Fencing, Trade Assist, Salmax, Steve Mowat Builders, and the New Zealand Rugby Union are even dipping into their pockets for this game. I think they're going to want to use this game further afield, further down the line. So Josh Buchan, he's 10 metres in, right on the 22, 5-0. The Bushpigs leading the Lincoln short Finned-Eels. And he's nailed it.
Struck it nicely.
So that's converted by Buchan. So that gives them a handy wee lead. But they probably deserve that lead. They've seen, as you talked about, they've had territory. Their scrum's been strong, and they've made a couple of nice breaks through the backs. And it's Ben Kelt. So did he play for the Sharks, this boy?
Yes, he played for the Bulls about 2 or 3 years ago.
Right. Straight down to the number 4 in Fletcher Scott. And there's Oliver Bell putting it over the top. Everybody's up for that. It's been knocked on by Jordan McEntee, the intercept king for Kinkaika. But referee Woody said they were offside. And what are they going to do here? I presume they'll kick and go for the one out. I don't think that we wanted too many scrums today, the way their scrums performing at this stage.
Just a bit of niggle, bit of banter going on from both sides. Be interesting to see how the officials control this.
Yeah, and you've got a pretty, you've got young Withy out there, and he's only 18 or 19, but your touch judges, mate, they don't look much older.
No, quite a young crew out there, but they've all 3 have had good seasons.
This is a step up. Well, it's not for the ref because he's done some Premier Rugby, but it's a step up for these young fellas on the touches.
To be fair to them, they've AR'd a lot of Premier football this year.
There's a high tackle there, picked up by the ref as they break over the 22, the Lincoln side. Looking for runners. They found the number 5 in the form of Sam Laurie. Referee says we'll come back for the penalty. Good to see we've actually got a screen with this actually game on it this week. We didn't have any screens with the game on it last week. We had a few issues, but I think we've got everything under control today. We've got the scores up on the board. There's 15 minutes gone on the first half. And it's number 14.
They've opted for the points here.
Finn Gilbertson has stepped up to take the shot. So obviously the first 5, Ben Kelt wasn't much of a kicker when he was at the Bulls.
No, he's one hell of a character. There were reports that he bought an old Sharks jersey for all of his student allowance of maybe 2 weeks. So it was a raggedy old thing.
Good to see you so keen. Anyway, so here he is, number 14. It's Finn Gilbertson to get them back into this. 7-0 down currently. And can he put this away? This is pretty simple. He's only 2 or 3 metres outside the right hand upright here. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. It's 7 points to 3 with that penalty to Gilbertson.
Penalty for the Lincoln Short Finned-Eels. Kick by number 14,
Look, it's yeah, I'm expecting this game to really open up though. I presume that's what this 85. We don't have 85 games down here, of course, but I'm presuming we really want to see this open up tomorrow, and they can really play some fast-running rugby.
Yeah, I think the crowd will continue to get bigger, and as they come in, I'm sure this game will open up. Interested to see how Lincoln starts playing with the ball here.
Nice run from McBreen Smith, and he's still going, and then he gets a wee pass away to the halfback, but he knocks it on, and that was Josh Lennox. So it's going to be a scrum to the big Bushpigs side here, number 8.
It's definitely a coach killer. Both sides being guilty here of scoring points and then giving the ball up straight away.
So interesting to see him. Just talk to Wilson Driver. So he's a halfback for Zingaree.
Was it for Southern?
Or for Southern. Is it Southern? It could be Southern. Yes, right, he was at Zingaree. He moved to Southern. And he's come into and he's playing blindside flank. He's playing blindside flank. In fact, they look like they're playing left and right. But look at that, the way that scrum's set anyway. But yeah, he's a good competitive little halfback for Southern in the comp.
Geez, that scrum is looking good all day.
It's a nice wee bounce from Jack Leslie. Played for the Sharks a couple of years ago. He's got a wee bit bigger because he does seem to shrug those tackles a bit. Buchan gets taken down outside the 22. Bell's in there looking for it, and they've come away with it. And it's the big number 8. He's charging away.
One inside, one outside. Where does he go?
Still going. He goes wide to the 14. Oh. And that's a really good tackle from Jack Leslie. He's certainly bulked up. But you've got to tell me he has bulked up a bit, Jack Leslie.
And they're playing.
And they're away.
Here to play, Dwight.
They go wide to Kitahara.
Oh,
referee says forward pass. You know, the crowd didn't agree with that, but he got the call from the touch judge, who was right there, and he said it was forward.
Had some zip on that ball.
Yes, well, I did watch the All Black Test last week, and I didn't think they were playing forward passes in the All Black Test last week. They just decided that forward passes were allowed.
When you get to that level, Dwight, it all becomes entertainment, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I was a bit grumpy because it's one of my pet hates is people missing forward passes. If I take you back to the 2007 quarter-final at Cardiff, when I was actually there was 3 forward passes that day, and the French scored 2 tries from those 3 forward passes. I was pretty grumpy about that, to be fair. Anyway, here we go. So this is the Lincoln Short Finned-Eels. That's a ridiculously long name. They're going to have a scrum inside the 22. I don't know if they'll be looking forward to the scrum the way the Carisbrook Bushpig scrum's been going.
It's a great covering tackle by Jack Leslie.
Yeah, I think he's bulked up because he's been such a skinny little man. I think he's definitely bulked up. He might just be a late bloomer like his father.
I mean, as I said earlier, these are their under 85s, but the contact has just been massive so far. Yeah. It's good to see.
Righto, so it's Josh Lennox to feed this, and again their scrum gets absolutely monstered, but they're going to play this on. Picked up by the number 10, Kelt, looking to go forward towards the 22. Kelt still going. Ball comes back on the Lincoln side. Halfback in there looking for it, and Lennox, he finds the number 8, who's been prominent, McBreen Smith. And there's a nice drive over the top, great clean out from Keenan Rush. He's been outstanding for the Bushpigs so far. Ball comes back again. Kelt's got it.
Advantage for no roll.
Referee says we'll come back for the penalty. I wouldn't be surprised if they went to the shot again and went 7-3 down, set back to 7-6. They're certainly in this game, and they look like quite a tenacious side, and they're good at breakdown.
So it's taken about 21 minutes for the main event to come out, Dwight. If you just look below, the Bushpigs mascot has come out.
Where am I looking from? Oh, yes, the Bushpigs. So where's he come from?
I believe that is a resurrection of the...
is it the old Otago mascot?
Yeah, the old Razorback.
It's quite sad when you've actually got to bring a mascot out to entertain the crowd.
Let's hope it continues to be a cold day in Dunedin. Otherwise, I don't know who that character is, but he'll
be getting cold.
Yep.
Here we go. So Finn Gilbertson again. He's pretty much right out in front. Comes in, struck the last one pretty well, and I think he has drained that one as well. So that's 2 penalties in a row to Gilbertson, and it's 7 points to 6. Game on.
He doesn't look like he puts much into it, but the ball just goes flying. Great striker of the ball.
22 minutes gone first half. Bushpigs up by a point, and Kirahara brings it back to halfway. So what are you predicting today? I mean, there's some big games on today. We'll perhaps put the Kaikra clash to one side, but Otago boys, Southern boys?
Yeah, no, that's probably the game I'm excited to see. Both teams have had great seasons. I did a referee course with the Otago boys first 15 earlier in the year, and they have got some big individuals in that pack.
Yeah, look, I interviewed the number 8, Samisi, on Wednesday. He's a big solid strapping kid, and playing pretty good rugby for them apparently. The wee first 5 goes pretty well. Another product of Gore, good mate of Cam Miller from the Torrey team, who's made such an effect on the club rugby down here this year.
Yeah, I've watched a few games of that number 8 from the Otago boys, and he doesn't seem to have a reverse option in his gear. He just goes forward all day.
Yeah, and I'll be interested to see how they go, because I understand that the Southland, I haven't seen Southland boys play this year, but they've been solid. They've got a nice wee halfback, and they've got another point scoring machine at first 5. And they gave Kings a toweling last week. That's another great scrum from the Bushpigs. But it's the wee halfback who's come away with this. He's put the wee kick over the top, and they're scrambling back. McCarthy trying to get back there now. Might just go a wee bit too far. But again, that was a nice wee break from Josh Lennox. Just opened up for him, and away he went. But the kick just went too far. And then McCarthy's put it deep down inside the half. And now they bring it out. It's the number 15 dragging it forward in the form of Fairbairn. Ball comes back on the... nobody's there waiting for it. And away goes Devon Bell. Just spotted the gap and away he went. That's a nice wee run. They take it up towards the 10-metre line. Bell's got it again. He finds Buchan. He finds the big prop. They go wide to Jordan McEntee. Still going McEntee. And didn't have much space to work in. Ball comes back. Bell's there waiting for it again. And again, they drag it up. This is number 1 this time, Waiora Morris. Referee says penalty. And looking for a runner, they go wide to Kirahara. Buchan's got it. He fires the pass. Beautiful pass to McCarthy. Can he get the ball away? And it's Rance. Rance heading for the corner. They're throwing it back in field to Leslie. I suspect that might have been slightly forward, but referee says play on. Great try.
That is a great try. Great lead up. It's just looking like Devon Oliver Bell's game is translating into this grade. The speed of play of their ball has just kept this Lincoln side on their heels, and they just cannot keep up with what's going on.
There was a couple of nice passes though. That was a beautiful pass from Kirahara, and then Rance found he couldn't go for the outside, so threw the ball back inside to Leslie, and they went over and scored to take the score to 12 points to 6. But McCarthy did really well to hold on to the pass and keep his feet before he got that pass away. So Buchan, right on the 15-metre line. And can he put this over to make it 14 to 6 with 25 minutes gone first half? The Lincoln team, but shell shocked by that. But that, again, it's just the pace. There's some real pace in that Bushpigs backline. Buchan taking his time. Might have just dragged that away and did. So 12 to 6. And some good work there, some great work from the Bushpigs backline. They're looking really, really sharp.
Yeah, the Bushies may be looking for a replacement goal kicker if Buchan keeps that up. Jack Leslie's a good striker of the ball. Kicked very well for Southern this year.
Yeah, Kitahara can kick, and so can who else can? There is another kicker in that team. I'm just trying to find that other kicker. There is another kicker there. So, oh yeah, Ben McCarthy of course can kick goals as well.
They've had all the run of play, but as you and I both know, in these bigger games, you know, three points accumulated, they all add up.
Buchan through the hole. Buchan through the hole, looking for an inside runner. He's got McEntee on the inside. He's found McEntee, put a wee kick over the top. Referee said that's a forward pass, and it was. But again, they're just creating some holes, and that was a nice step from Buchan, and he's showing some good gas. He's always had good gas, Buchan. I don't know if I approve the haircut and the white blonde hair, but apart from that, you've got to be a good player if you turn your hair white, Timur. That's all I can say, because you do tend to stand out.
Just going on what's happened so far, I don't think the Bushpigs will be afraid to test their skill set, throw the ball around, and if there is a knock-on or a forward pass, I think they're pretty happy to go to scrum time.
This is a game that we've watched. You and I have watched a lot of Oliver Bell play. He is an energiser bunny, and this is the sort of game that he loves.
And again, there they go at scrum time.
And again, luckily the wee halfback got back on that time, Josh Lennox, and now they take it forward. But again, they're trying to spoil it, the Bushpigs, but it's coming back slowly. They go forward a yard or so. Halfback in there waiting for it. The referee says playing the halfback without the ball. Penalty to Lincoln. And Beard Kelt to put it away down this northern stand side of the field.
Yeah, the Bushpigs will be pretty disappointed with that lack of discipline. They're definitely putting pressure on at tackle time and around the breakdown. So didn't really need to do that, but here we are with Lincoln with an opportunity inside the Bushpigs half.
And it's Guy Murdoch to throw to this line out. And the big number 5 takes it down well in the form of Sam Laurie. And they've got a runner in the midfield. It's the number 8, McBreen Smith. Comes back on the Lincoln side. Kelt's got it, and then the second 5 gets smacked by Josh Buchan. Ball comes back here. That's a nice run. Number 13, that's really good stuff from Henry Bates. That's driven, and again, they've driven over and stolen it. But then the referee says was a wee knock on there from Oliver Bell. But again, that was a nice clean out off the ball. That might have been Jack Leslie that cleaned that out. He's certainly taken some angry pills, Jack Leslie.
Oliver Bell, arms flying everywhere, pleading with the referee.
It's like Buchan's gone down on the far side. He doesn't look too good. Not sure who they've got on the form. They've got a couple of handy replacements. They've got Mackenzie Hall they can bring on. They've got Tane Craig Ranger from Tyree they can bring on. They're not short of tidy players.
Bit of pace on that bench. Those boys are pretty rapid, especially that little Kobe Osborne from Tyree.
Can go, obviously.
And
it looks like Buchan's up and around. And referee says we'll come back for that knock on. 12 points to 6, the Bushpigs up over Lincoln. 29 minutes gone, first half.
Yeah, really key time in the game here. You know, you really want to push and take points away before the break. And just another opportunity here for Lincoln.
So Lennox to feed this. Lennox and Kelt, their halfback first 5 have been tidy. That's another great scrum from the Bushpigs. And the referee says they've screwed that around under pressure, under real pressure at scrum time. If they've got some tight forwards in their ranks over there, they need to bring them on in the second half. They're getting absolutely monstered up front, and that's really hurting them.
Yeah, just a bit casual from their halfback, Josh Lennox. Their scrum's been under pressure for the majority of this game.
Nice kick from Kitahara. That takes it right down just outside the 22. Educated left boot. There's not much of him, Kitahara, but he's been a bit of a find for Southern this year. Well, they played for them. They played a few games for them last year as well, but he's cemented a spot as the first 5 for them this year, and done a really good job. Got them through to the top 6. Where are we going here? Looks like we could be going to the back. Oh, it's come down on the Lincoln side though. Pretty untidy line out. That's a nice wee drive too. They get over that, but it's coming back on the Lincoln side. Celt's got it. Looking for runners. They go wide. And what's McEntee's defence like? Well, he sort of gets him, finally gets him on the 10-metre line. Also still on their side though.
McEntee, the intercept king.
The intercept king. He's not a great touch. There's a wee knock on there. Yeah, that's been their Achilles heel. Every time they've looked good, they throw a 50-50 pass, or their handlings let them down. That's probably 4 or 5 occasions now. They'll probably want to talk about that at the break.
Yeah, and the Bushpigs just applying a lot of line speed and pressure. And Lincoln just guilty of not being able to execute.
Because the 13 looks tidy. Henry Bates. I presume it's not the Henry Bates we love and know from Kaikoura days, now living in Auckland. Doesn't look like the same Henry Bates to me.
No, definitely a lot skinnier.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot skinnier. Oh no, but Henry Bates is doing a lot of work. He assures me he's now running most days, him and Patrick Keane. Anyway, so it's Oliver Bell to feed this scrum. That's a good scrum too. Been held in the back by Keenan Rush, he's been pretty impressive. There's another penalty. Jack Leslie looking for a runner, found Kitahara on the double round. McEntee finds Rance. What can Rance do here? Puts a wee kick ahead, but it goes into touch. Will the referee come back for the penalty? The referee says we'll play the line.
Yeah, the Bushpigs finding a lot of success on that right edge, getting the ball into space into Tom Rance's hands. It's been good to watch.
Yeah, I just thought he might have. I thought he might have just broken away a couple of times, Rance, but he has been. They've looked after him pretty well.
Yeah, Lincoln's scramble defence has been spot on. They've been able to get numbers to the man breaking.
Comes back on the Bushpig side. They go out to Bucket in the midfield. He's found McCarthy. He's got McEntee. Has McEntee got the pace? McEntee goes over and scores a nice try in the corner. 17-6 kick to come. Just a nice play. Got men on the outside. McCarthy weighted his pass well and went over and scored. And McEntee went over and scored.
He's a great finisher, Jordan McEntee.
Been around a long time, Jordan McEntee's played a lot of rugby now for Kaikoura.
Yeah, no, he's a good man, and he's definitely broken a lot of hearts of other clubs with his finishing.
He's certainly broken the hearts of the Sharks, I can tell you, because they tend to give him 2 or 3 intercepts every time they play him. In fact, he's our best pass receiver. So 17-6 with that try to McEntee. This is a tough kick for Buchan, just a couple of metres inside, probably only 1.5 metres inside the touchline. 17-6, 33 minutes gone, first half. This is a tidy lead at 17-6, and as we know, it's that 10 minutes into half time, that 10 minutes after half time, which can quite often dictate games.
Yeah, my money's on if Josh Buchan misses this kick. Mr. Everything, Thomas Wheels Grant, the manager coach, wanted to be player. We'll pull him from the kicking duties, I say.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, he's better off being a manager because we've seen him play rugby for the junior Colts for Southern. He's got wheels, but that's about it. No, he's nowhere.
Yep, that'll be his last of the day, I'm calling it.
He's gone. 17-6. They're looking for a new goal kicker. I'm suspecting it could be Kitahara or it could be McCarthy, the fullback. Or, as you say, Jack Leslie does kick goals as well. So back to the halfway. Ben Kelp, the ex-Shark for Lincoln, to get us underway with about 6 minutes to go to the break. Straight into the hands of the number 5.
Some of these.
The hits are big. It was a big hit. Kitahara gets wrapped up ball and all by the open side flanker, Hamish Cartwright. But they managed to do well, and they managed to get it to the back of that maul. It's the hooker this time. In fact, it might be the 7. It's Jamie Mapley. Ball comes back on the Bushpig side, and it's Jack Leslie.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in that PD. Look,
it's
the right thing to do, but I just want to see them throw the ball around all day.
Yeah, correct. On the 15, he's straight through here. Still going, the 15. That's a nice run from Freebean. Ball comes back to Kelp. What's he going to do? He gets wrapped up by the big number 4 in, of course, Scott. Ball comes back to the number 5. Sam Laurie's been prominent for the... and that's a nice drive over the top, picked up by the little halfback in Lennox. The number 8 drags it up, McBreen Smith, going towards the 22. Coming back on the Lincoln side, but a bit slowly coming back. Found a runner, and the other lock this time, Ben Everett. Referee says penalty, but they're playing on. It's the 15, but then he's knocked that on. Referee says we'll come back for the penalty. Yeah, I tend to agree. They had that. They had the option to kick away, but they had numbers out here they had numbers out on the open side here. Perhaps they could have gone. Then they put it back down, and then the number 15 Freebeans just picked it up and run it back most of the way. So they didn't make any ground gain from that.
Yeah, look, if I achieve one thing next year, PD, I'll be speaking with New Zealand Rugby, and they will be banning kicks inside the 22.
So that's out.
That'll be barred at 85s.
Yeah, look, I worry about some of these rules. We've become very much a league game, and we're looking, when we're looking to drop out from our own goal line and all this sort of stuff. I'm thinking, what is going on with our game? And I really worry about it. I mean, we just seem to wait for league to make a new rule, and we go, that's not a bad rule. Why don't we use that? Perhaps we should make up some of our own rules. And it's our man Finn Gilbertson. He's already kicked 2 penalties. And can he drain this one to get it back to 17-9 with time ticking down? Yeah, he's a nice relaxed goal kicker. And he's nailed that one. He's nailed that one as well.
I'm telling you, I don't know if that's the same ball Josh Buchan's using. There may be helium going in that Lincoln ball, because that thing is flying off his foot.
Yeah, no, he looks a tidy wee goal kicker, and he looks like, I reckon he could kick it from a lot further than that. He seems to have no problem with distance. Righto, can they get points on the board for half-time? The Bushpigs, 17-9. Lincoln have stayed in it with these 3 penalties. Kitahara. Back there's the number 4.
Oh, great.
But it's been well taken. That might have been the number 8 again. No, it wasn't the number 8. Ball comes back to Leslie. He's got a run. He's got Kitahara.
Great hands.
Great hands. And that's a great pass to Rance. Now do we see the pace from Rance? Still going, Rance. Fires a pass. Picked up again, might have been Leslie. Ball comes back on the Bushpig side. They're looking for runners here.
Space right in the middle of the field.
He's going to go wide, Buchan. Out to the big number 8, in pass. Should have perhaps come wider. Ball comes back on their side again. Looking where are they going to go? They're going to go the other way. Jack Leslie. Buchan. McCarthy running around his man. Still going. McCarthy fires a wide pass. Can Rance score? Rance scores. Nice try. So that's 22-9. That was they took a couple of wrong options there, Tamil, but they still got the job done at the end.
Mate, get this thing off your live stream. Get it on Sky. This is some great football here.
With some nice passes. Great work from McCarthy. He's just shows some real skills, McCarthy. But some really nice passes again. They perhaps ran around their own man there in midfield, but they weren't really holding up play. So the referee said play on, probably rightly so. And they took a couple of wrong options, but they got over and scored that try. And that was a nice finish from Rance, just poking out the left hand and jotting it down on the line.
And again, the man that just keeps popping up is that Ben McCarthy from Alhambra.
Oh, mate, as I said, he's an underrated footballer. Played for North Otago last year as the North Otago halfback in their Ranfurly Shield Challenge against Canterbury. So he's played some decent level rugby.
I'm hearing he's one hell of a cricketer also.
Needs to come and play for the Cavaliers, possibly. Buchan, I can't believe you. Didn't you tell me they were dropping Buchan as a goal kicker?
He's given that one a bit of extra sauce.
He's got to go. There's questions asked of the management team. You know, that's 3 or 4 in a row. But 22-9. And we've got about 30 or 40 seconds to play in this first half.
Bushpigs management obviously focused and not watching our live stream, PD.
Yeah, well, they should be. I mean, they should know that, you know, once you've called it, it's time for a change. So they're a bit shell-shocked. But slow coming back here, Ben Kelp. Doesn't really want to kick this off at 22-9. Puts the kick into the 10-metre line. Again, picked up well, that time by Fletcher Scott. And then Devon Bell just puts it straight over the touch line. We will go to half-time. Remembering it's 22 points to 9. The Bushpigs over the short finned eels from Lincoln. And just remember, thanks to our sponsors, Roslyn Mowers and Heat, Mr. Heat Pump Clean, Fred's Fencing, Trade Assist, Salmax, Steve Mowat and New Zealand Rugby Union. And we will be back with the second half with you very shortly.
Bought some steel cattle yards for our local rodeo club, and I saw an opportunity there, and everyone thought they were really good value and well made. Basically, once you get started, you can make them into any configuration you like. They're very, very, very cost effective. Freight is no issue. We can deliver them right to your farm, right to your site. That, in a nutshell, is what Fred's Fencing is. Feel free to ring me at any time, and I'm just only too happy to have a chat with you.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of mass port wood fires. For obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance, and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish...
trouble. Yep. All right, I've got to go. All right, that's out.
We're back underway, back in the second half. Remember, 22-9 at half-time, the Bushpigs over Lincoln. The Bushpigs have scored 4 tries, and Lincoln have replied with 3 penalties. But sadly, Josh Buchan, the kicker for the Bushpigs, has been a bit astray after nailing his first conversion. Hasn't nailed a kick since. So we'd be interested to see if the management react to that. Timur, my comments man, has already said he won't be taking any more kicks, and he's taken 2 since then. So we're going back to the second half at 22 points to 9. Timur, I can only see this game going one way.
Yeah, I hope it sort of becomes competitive, but the Bushpigs have had all the run. We'll see if it continues. But there was a bit of a hooey just before the second half kicked off, with Lincoln asking a few questions of the referee. So we'll see what happens here.
There we go. It's number 6 dragging it forward this time. Tom Charteris with the great haircut. Ball comes back.
I think the
Buchan just couldn't hold on to it. I tell you what, if that was Jordan McEntee, he wouldn't have dropped it.
No. I'd say the Bushpigs are a bit lucky that that Lincoln player ducked as low as he did. Otherwise, we would have been looking at a card there, I think.
Yeah, so here he just tore into that. They are just firing into those tackles. There's no worry about body parts. They're just into it. That would have been one of the locks. Just came storming through that ruck. And here we go. So this is the best part of the Bushpigs game, is scrum time. Can they put some more pressure on the short Finned-Eels here with young Josh Lennox to feed the scrum just inside his own 22? Another big sieve. They did get it back. Back to Kelt. He's put it nice and deep down towards halfway, down to Jordan McEntee. He's picked it up. What's Jordan McEntee going to do? He's going to have a run, McEntee. Straight through McEntee. He's got a man outside him, got a man inside him. Buchan's got it now. Takes it down towards the line. They're only 6 or 7 metres out. Ball's coming back quickly. Bell's got it. Into the hands of the open side. Ball goes to ground. They're only 5 metres away. Looking for runners. They've got people in the way. Too many forwards in the way. Kitahara comes back against the traffic, goes the other way, then knocks it on. So that was a chance gone begging for the Bushpigs. Referee says we'll come back for that knock on. But again, there was a couple of skinny forwards in the way, and Oliver Bell couldn't find a runner.
Yeah, and again, PD, the Bushpigs were given that opportunity because Lincoln has kicked it from their 22. That should be a penalty.
Penalty. Just run it from there. Tell you what, I mean, you wouldn't get any sizable players playing rugby if you know, they'd be gasping. They wouldn't keep up. It's all right for fleet-footed little 85-kilogram backs. And speaking of 85 kilograms, this is Josh Lennox. I reckon he's only 74 kilograms. He could be a jockey.
He's got to get it out quickly.
Again, another big scrum, but it's been kicked through. Referee says it's gone round the 90. We'll reset. But this is the real Achilles heel. They haven't bought, it doesn't look like they've bought any, they obviously haven't got any more props they can bring on of a reasonable size, because they are really struggling here. So you've got to take it up, you've got to give it up to Waiora Morris, Trent Freeman and Ben Nicholson, the front row from the Bushpigs, because they are all over. They are owning their opposites.
Yeah, it definitely helps that Waiora Morris, he plays hooker for the Harbour Hawks. He goes very well. Went well for their Colts last year and has played some print football as well.
So again, it's Josh Lennox to feed, and again they're backpedaling, but a slightly better scrum this time. Picked up by the number 8. Goes 40 yard, and McBreen Smith. Ball comes back. Lennox is looking for it. He's looking for Kelt. He's found Kelt. Again, that's a straight penalty according to you.
Yeah.
Kicking it straight down and strutting the throat of McEntee. He's found McCarthy. What's McCarthy going to do here? He's going to straighten and go down on the 10-metre line. Oliver Bell, as per usual, ready for it. Jack Leslie puts the weak kick out, straight out to Kitahara. Nice pass inside. Oh, beautiful tackle from number 2. Well picked up by Jack Leslie. Ball back to Kitahara. Nice work from Kitahara.
Hands on the ground there.
On the ground. Referee says no. He says it's a fair turnover. It's been picked up by Lennox. Referee says it was a wee knock on their Bushpigs ball. But yeah, real intensity at the breakdown. Everybody's having a crack.
You know, desperate stuff here for the Lincoln team.
And Jeremy Bates, he'll be Henry Bates' brother. He's gone down. Looks a bit sore, the number 11. And they've brought on a couple of replacements. Looks like the number 1's Angus Johns had a tough old day. He's been replaced by a big blonde-headed, not sure who that is. We'll quickly have a look. I reckon that's probably Jimmy James Duncan. Come on for Angus Johns. It looks like they replaced their centre as well. So Jimmy James, couldn't make up his mind on his first name. Number 17. And the centre has come off in Henry Bates, and he's probably been replaced by, I'd imagine, possibly Fergus Cowan, but we'll just wait and see. Anyway, so coming back to the action, and it's Devon Oliver Bell to feed the scrum just outside the 22. Referee says we'll reset. Remember, 22-9, 5 minutes gone, second half.
So we gave out a couple of awards at half-time, PD, and number 6 from Lincoln, Tom Charteris, took our lid of the day.
It's quite tidy.
Yeah, it's one hell of a showing there.
Yep.
And number 22 has come on. He also took an award, high shorts, skins, and socks by his ankles. It's a great look.
Yeah, George Cranwick. And Oliver Bell looking for it. It's a better scrum. Ball comes back though. Kitahara's got it. He's found Buchan. Where's Buchan going to go? Throws a massive forward pass, not picked up. Ball comes back on the... and again, it's Kitahara's put a wee kick through. McEntee chasing onto this, but the ball beats him into touch. Referee says we'll come back for the penalty. Now, that was a forward pass. Again, I'm just a bit grumpy about these forward passes. Nobody seems to pick... If it looks flash, just let it go. I worry about these forward passes. It's just a simple game, rugby. What are we going to do here? Surely Buchan's not going to have a kick at goal. Tell me he's not having a kick at goal. He's giving it to Jack Leslie. He's handed it to his teammate, Jack Leslie.
Good boy, Wheels. He's obviously had a look at the live stream at half-time.
And so decided to make a change. So Jack Leslie, son of, about to take this kick at goal. About 16, 17 metres in, a couple of metres outside the 22. Not sure about the white boots. But can he get this to 25-9?
You know, this ball will end up in Palmerston the way he's been kicking all day.
It was in. And yes, he's nailed it. That's a nice penalty. So that's a penalty to Leslie.
He's looking good in the warm-ups over on Uni Oval 5.
25 points to 9. So they found themselves a new goal kicker. So we've decided that the guy that's come on is Cranswick for Bates. The 22. Cal puts it down. Again, picked up by the number 4. It's Core Scott. He gets dragged back. Straight out to Buchan. Buchan puts a fend on. Nice fend from Buchan. It's looking for a runner. Still going, Buchan. He runs outside him. Number 11's all over that, though. Referee says penalty. Good work from the number 11. That's good work from Jeremy Bates. Got his hands on that ball. Not enough. Didn't get enough players there in time. The Bushpigs. And Ben Kelt will probably kick it away down towards the 22. Remember, we've got coming up the next game is the two Kaikra teams playing each other. We probably won't have a commentary of that game. We'll just let the pitchers tell the stories, and then we'll come back and we'll certainly have live commentary of the Targa Boys Southland Boys game, and we'll have live commentary of the Marcos playing the Kaikarai Devils in the main game at 10-4. 6 hours of talking from me will be enough, I'd imagine, today, Tamua. I'll be looking to have a rest after that. Might have to go and put my feet up.
Are you allowed a break with the money the sponsors are paying for this stream?
Yeah, well, I've made a decision that we just can't do 4 games. It's just a bridge too far. And really, do we really care about which one of those two Kaikarai teams wins? And picked up by Kelp. Kelp takes it up towards the 22 right in midfield. They're all over him like a rash, though. Referee says, didn't hold your feet. Penalty to Canterbury. Will they take a kick at goal here? I don't think they should. I think they really need to... Hello, there's been a bit of yap. Wouldn't be surprised if that was Devon Oliver Bell having a wee chat. They're running away. It's the 15 who's been impressive today. He drags it forward again. It's Freeburn. Ball comes back on and looking for a runner. He's found the number 8 and McBreen Smith. Still going, McBreen Smith. He's only 2 or 3 yards out here. Can they get it over the line here? Lincoln. That pass has gone to absolutely nobody. Well picked up by the number 3, Tane Gibson. And it's the man with the really impressive haircut. Charter is charging towards the line. Ball coming back on the Lincoln side. But again, the Bushpigs have tried to upset that. Referee says we'll come back for the original penalty. And Lennox will go here. You can guarantee, well, he didn't go. He should have gone. They had some numbers. What are they going to do? Hopefully they won't take a scrum. That's not their modus operandi.
Always interested in a double blow of the whistle, PD.
Yeah, he's had a chat. He's having a chat. Just too many penalties at your end. And he's just told off the number 6, which is Wilson Driver, the captain. Normally a halfback, today playing 6. And looks like they're going to the line out. And they are. So they're going to the 5 metre line out. Can they need to get probably a couple of tries under their belts to get back into this, but 25-9. If they can get it to 25-16, you'd have to say they're back in this game.
Yeah, the game will definitely become interesting if they take away points here. The Bushpigs will have to be very disciplined. They've been given the double blow and the talking to from the referee, so...
It's like going right up to throw to this line out. They go straight to the number 4 at the front and Ben Everett. And again, they charge into that. They've got the ball at the back of that maul. Looking for runners. They found the number 6 in Charteris. Charteris going at the line, just couldn't stretch out. Ball comes back to Kelt. He's looking for number 11, but he gets dragged back, Jeremy Bates. Ball comes back though. Kelt's got it. Kelt looking for a hold. Kelt going towards the line. And then he gets a nice pass away.
Space out
Can
here.
they get over? Can they get it wide? They've got numbers. All they've got to do is go wide. Number 14. Oh, he's dropped it.
Knocked it on.
He's knocked it on cold. Referee says may have gone backwards. Ball comes back on their side.
Multiple
Can they get over here?
They could have got the ball out to
And
space
again,
here.
he's close. What does the referee say? Didn't get himself in great position that time. He thinks we've held up. We better go back for the scrum, and they don't really want one. Referees he might talk to the linesman. He may have seen him go over and score here. No. What's he saying? Looks like we're coming back for the scrum. And this is something they certainly don't want to know.
Oh, talking to.
That's the second. Oh, he's got a yellow card.
There's the yellow.
Looks like it's Oliver Bell. It goes from the field. As we've got a couple of replacements coming on. But Oliver Bell's been sent for 10 minutes. He gets into the naughty boys' chair. Penalty.
Now 7 looks like Jamie Mapley's going off.
Mapley's come off. And he's probably been replaced by Jack Oaten, I would have thought. We'll see if we can pick up a number.
Being replaced by number 18, James McPherson.
Jack Oaten, number 18.
Be interesting to see what Lincoln does here with the numerical advantage.
We've got number 19 is on as well. That's Lockie Bain. He's gone. Anyway, so we'll just go back to this line out. And then remember, they're down to 14, the Bushpigs, and under severe pressure here. They win this line out, they'll be looking good. They go to the back. Well done, taken down well. Can they get a drive on? Picked up by the big number, the big number 18. It just bobbled it. Comes back again. Kelt's got it, looking for a runner straight through. That could be high. Referee's got him. And referee says, what will he do here? That's another penalty. So Kelt's got it. What's he going to do? And 15 stayed down. Robbie Freeburn after that tackle. He's been their go-to guy coming into that backline. Freeburn has obviously got wheels, but he got dragged down high. So what's Kelt going to do here? He's going to go back to the corner, but no, what's he going to do? They won't have a scrum. They don't know what they're going to do. He's going to...
Looks like they're going to tap this.
Tap and go. So the halfback, Josh Lennox, comes forward. He's going to tap and go. I wouldn't be surprised if he hits the number 8. McBreen Smith has been a strong runner for them all day, and he finds McBreen Smith. He charges at the line. He's held up. They're in there looking for it again. They're only a foot away here. What are they doing? Well, they've tried to get the pass wide. They've got it back. Referee says offside again. They go at the line again. Again, they're held up by the Bushpigs. Ball comes back again. They're looking for a runner. Charteris this time. Ball comes back. They may have lost that. No, again, they've got it. They've done well. They've dragged it back to the back of that maul. And looking again, they're looking to go wide. It's the number 5 this time, but he hasn't made a lot of ground. He's gone straight to ground. They've lost a couple of yards there. Number 8 over the top of it. They've got it now to Kelt. He finds the open side. They go wide to number 22. Has he got a clean pair of heels? No, great tackle from Kitahara. Really good work on Cranswick. Ball comes back on the... Again, they drive at the line. It's Charteris again. Get himself into the game, Charteris. Looking for runners. Kelt's found a runner in the form of number 3, and that's Tane Gibson. Ball comes back. Pretty slowly coming back, though. They pick it up. Bates this time plays half-back. There's a knock on there. Referee says play on. Ball comes back on the Lincoln side. Again, they've got a runner. It's the number 8. Nice run from the 8.
Jeez, the Bush
still comes back on, but they're tackling well. And now they drive again at the line. This time it's Tom Rance gets in there and makes a tackle. Ball comes back on their side again. Charteris looking for it. Charteris has got it. Still going, Charteris. Can he score? Held up right on the line. Ball comes back. They have another crack at the line. Referee says there's another penalty coming. Has he called it? What's he going to call? I think there's too many hands on that. Too hard to call. He's coming back for yet another penalty. Somebody else is going to go here shortly tomorrow. That's about 3 penalties in a row. Just about time for a warning. And he's having another chat. Just offside. Okay, so what are we doing here? Looks like they go to the line out again, or do they go to the tap penalty? Remember, it's 25 points to 9. 15 minutes gone, second half. And it's going to be a tap penalty because Lennox has come forward.
Yeah, the Bushpigs have been terriers all day around the breakdown at tackle time. Very aggressive and just at times just a bit guilty of just being ill-disciplined around that.
And I presume it'll be Jack Leslie because he's taken the last couple of kicks. There seemed to be a bit of confusion as to who's going to take this kick a goal. Looks like Mackenzie Hoare has come forward to take. It's going to be Mackenzie Hoare, the mercurial Mackenzie Hoare. Hasn't kicked a lot of goals for Southern over the years, kicked the odd 1 or 2, but this is quite a sizable kick. He's just outside the 10-metre line of Lincoln. But he's pretty much straight in front, so he's probably 42, 43 metres out. And we're back up and going with the live stream. Remember, 30-24. Lincoln just kicked a penalty, but now we're watching Mackenzie Orr having a shot at goal to get the lead back to 9 points from 43 metres. He struck it pretty well, but just away to the left. And the fullback and Robbie Freeban, who's been probably their best player in the backs today, he brings it forward. Kelt's got it now, the first 5. And he will try and get play underway. Remember, 30-24, 6 minutes to play. Kitahara's got it. Looking for a runner. This is Tane Ranger from Tyree. He's come on, then he's lost the ball forward. Crucial. This is going to be a turnover. Just not good ball protection, and this will be a scrum. Just inside their own half from the Lincoln boys. Can they get up and put real pressure on this Bushpig side? They need a converted try to win it and go through to the quarterfinals. I think they play a team from Wellington in the next round. And it's the little halfback and Josh Lennox to feed. Remember, I've lost my comments man. I think we've got our live stream back up and running, which is good. We've had all sorts of trouble with phones here today. But we're back live, so you haven't missed too much. 30-24. Scrum collapses. Referee says we'll reset. Bushpigs will be happy with this. This will be eating up clock with a 6-point lead. But then Lincoln have really done really well in the second half. They forced a lot of time in the 22 of the Bushpigs, and they got 2 men sent to the bin. They were down to 13. They scored 2 tries in that time, both to the bruising second 5 in the form of Nick Murray to get themselves back into the game, and they've also kicked 4 penalties. And they're finding that their scrum seems to have settled down as well. Charteris now playing number 8. It's the number 15 who's really cut them up. He's the man that's Freeban has taken it over the halfway line. Comes back to the wee halfback. Kelt's got it now. He's found the number 5. Who finds the number 7 in Hamish Cartwright? Referee says there's a wee knock on there from Cartwright though, and this will be a scrum turnover. And this will be a scrum to the Bushpigs, and they'll be wanting to eat clock. As 2 more replacements come on for the short Finned-Eels. As finally the little number 9, Josh Lennox leaves the field and Guy Murdoch leaves the field. So 2 replacement players on. Just not sure who they are. They'll come to me in a minute. I'd imagine this could be Lockie Bain, the 19 might be coming into halfback. Just comes on for the last few minutes, 30 to 24, 3 to go. What can they do? But the Bushpigs have got the feed here. And it's Oliver Bell just relaying some instructions to his new number 8. In Oton. So Oliver Bell. That's a good scrum again from the... that's a great scrum. Great scrum. And there's a massive turnaround. And remember in the first half of this game, it was all the Bushpigs, just all the Bushpigs. People fighting and pushing and shoving, Oliver Bell getting into that. But no, that's a great scrum from the Lincoln boys who were really under the pump for the first 15 minutes. And now it looks like it's the Bushpigs who have... but they didn't find touch from that. That was unbelievably bad mistake. But it hasn't worked out too bad for them because they've got this ball back just outside the 22. So they throw to this line out with 3 minutes to go. Remember, they're 6 points down. Can they put some real pressure on the Bushpigs here and get themselves in front? They'll probably go to the big number 19. Sorry, the big 18 and James McPherson. They go to the back, but no, it's been picked off in the middle by the Bushpigs. It's good work from them. Referee says, well, not straight. We'll have the, what are you going to do? We'll have the scrum. And they'll need to have a far better scrum here, the Bushpigs. You know, they've taken a few players off in this, and they're just going to have a bit of a chat about the scrum. They certainly don't want to be backpedaling like they were at the last scrum. So did the manager go too early in making these changes? Because they were certainly, they were dominant. In fact, they got a 5-minute pushover early in the game. That's how dominant their scrum was. It looks like they've tightened up a bit here, and they'll be looking to hold this rampant Lincoln pack up here. Oliver Bell to feed the scrum as the clock winds down, 30 to 24, 6-point diff. The referee says, no, we'll reset this just as wasting time. This is wasting time for Lincoln. They should let the scrum go down so they can try and get their hands on the ball from loose play. But this is just playing into the hands of the Bushpigs. 30 to 24, it's tight. So Oliver Bell and Kitahara have a bit of a chat about what they're doing tonight, I'd imagine, because that's all they'll be talking about. And finally, we're still not very happy with the scrum. And those referees having a bit of a chat. Props, get yourself sorted out. But this is eating up clock. This is eating up clock, which they can't afford. They certainly can't afford this, Lincoln. And are we finally going to get their scrum underway? They're all directing traffic. Oliver Bell having a chat with Jack Leslie now and Kitahara. And Cody Osborne's got his 10 cents worth in. The blonde-headed boy who's come on the wing from Nick Tyree boy, who's also exceptionally quick. Ball comes back to Oliver Bell. Finds a feed quickly, finds Kitahara. They go to the midfield. They find a runner in the form of Mackenzie Hoare. They go to ground. Oliver Bell's in there looking for it. He's directing traffic and moving people around. He's got the ball in his hand, and now they charge it up. Number 7 that time, it was Otten was taking it forward. Ball comes back, but they're slow and they drive it. They're going to probably try and eat the clock here. It's only 30, 40 seconds to go in the game. And slowly they'll just drive forward a couple of yards, go to ground. Oliver Bell just directing traffic. That's what they're going to do. They're just going to eat up clock. They're just going to keep going forward a yard at a time, going to ground, and just hope they don't give away a penalty. And now they're directing traffic in. 3 men hanging off. They're going to charge it forward. They go to ground. This is good, effective play. A good way to eat up clock. Referee says penalty. They might have sealed off there. They did seal off, and then they've charged, and and he's got them for not being back 10. They're into the 22. What can they do here? Kelp throws an in pass. He hits the number 21. Referee says we'll come back for the penalty. Didn't let him go 10 metres. And the replacement halfback in Cody Gibson, what's he going to do? The siren's gone for the end of the game, so we're in referee's time. 30-24. They need to get 6. They need to get 7 points here. So what's Kelp going to do? Kelp is going to have a tap. He's going to have a tap and go. So it's Kelp with the ball now. Into the number 7 and Cartwright. Still going, Cartwright. Goes to ground. They're over the top of him. Ball comes back. They're still 15, 16 metres out. Charteris now. He drags it forward, Charteris. Still going, Charteris. Still going, Charteris. Dragged down by the number 4 and of course Scott. Ball comes back on their side. Referee's got another penalty. Been stolen by the Bushpigs. But now they tap and go. Now they go wide. Can they got numbers? Cartwright takes it towards the post. They've got to score and Reesby Handy to get that conversion. Again, Kelt's got it. Looking for 15. And Freeburn. He gets dragged down. They're only 5 metres out. Ball comes back to Kelp. What's Kelp going to do? Finds a runner. And big 18, McPherson. Charging at the line, McPherson. Coming back slowly on their side. No, could have been turned over here by the Bushpigs. They may have turned this over and won themselves the game, and they've won the penalty. Great defence from the Bushpigs. That could get them out of jail. 30-24. I think this will be it. I think all they've got to do is kick this out and win the game. Great defence on their own line. They got over the top of that. And Kelt's shaking his head. Kitahara runs it and then runs it, kicks to touch. Referee says game over. There it is, all over here. 30-24. The Bushpigs hold on late in the second half. Great effort from Lincoln. They were down by 25-9. And they stormed their way back into the game through some penalties. And then they got a couple of tries and they were in the hunt. And with the Bushpigs down to 13 men, they scored 2 tries. But they did enough, the Bushpigs. They held on and won the game, 30-24. So, very exciting their last few minutes of the half. Sorry, we've had a couple of issues with our live feed, but it seems to be fixed now. Just remember to thank our sponsors, Roslyn Mowers and Heaters, Mr. Heat Pump Cleaners, Fred Fencing, Trade Assist, Selmax, Steve Mower Builders and the New Zealand Rugby Union. So that's it, all over here, 30-24. Our next game is going to be on in about 22 minutes. That's the 2 Kaikorai teams playing each other. So that's the two Kaikorai teams playing in the Championship Colts final. We'll continue to have live coverage of that game. There'll be no commentary for that game. We'll be back to do commentary of the Otago boys, Southland boys game, which is on at 2:10. And we've also got coverage later on in the afternoon. We're going to have coverage of the Marcos, the Dunedin Marco taking on the Kaikorai Devils in the Prem Colts final as well. So there it is. Just remember that. The Bushpigs continue on their winning way. I think they take a team on from Wellington in the next game. And then they're trying to get through to a national final in Hamilton or Auckland. I'm not sure which. But remember, 30-24, the Bushpigs beat the Lincoln Short Finned-Eels. And we'll be back with you again shortly for that next game, which is the 2 Kaikorai Championship Colts teams. The Cobras and the Undertakers, no commentary on that game, and then we'll be back with live commentary on the game with the Otago boys and Southland boys. So back again shortly.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of Massport wood fires. For obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance, and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Fred's Fencing got started back in the day when we had to import some steel cattle yards for our local rodeo club, and I saw an opportunity there. Everyone thought they were really good value and well made. Basically, once you get started, you can make them into any configuration you like. They're very, very, very cost effective. Freight is no issue. We can deliver them right to your farm, right to your site. That, in a nutshell, is what Fred's Fencing is. Feel free to ring me at any time, and I'm just only too happy to have a chat with you.